It's about time we add some smoke to our lives. Let's do some ribs. What's up everybody, James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad to have you back for another great video. If you're here to broaden up your sous vide game, you're in the right place. If that sounds like you, hit that subscribe button below and get ready, because in this series, we're talking all about ribs. And we're gonna use smoke and sous vide to make some of the best ribs you've ever had. In part one here, we're gonna be discussing smoking before using the sous vide. That's gonna impart that smoky flavor beforehand, and it's gonna really get a nice kind of baseline bark on it. There's this big debate in the sous vide and smoke world about whether or not you should smoke first or sous vide first your protein for maximum flavor. Me, I'm coming into this experiment with an open mind, because really, in the end, they're both gonna be a great product. It's just a matter of which one you're gonna prefer. We'll discuss some details soon, but first, I gotta get that smoker on and get these ribs ready. We're gonna use the Weber kettle here today. As you can see, I got some leftover briquettes here in a slow and sear accessory. That's this thing. It's gonna keep everything to one side, make everything indirect for those ribs. We're just gonna get a small smoke on them. So I just got a small amount of charcoal in the chimney, and I got some hickory wood. Okay, for consistency's sake for this series, we're gonna focus on one style of rib, the St. Louis cut. All right, these are your St. Louis cut ribs. There's not much trimming we're gonna need to do with this. Really, everything's gonna do on the backside here. So let me flip these over. You got this skirt that runs here. That's just a flap of meat that's not gonna cook well, it'll probably burn here. And you also got this membrane on the back. So we'll first start out by removing this skirt here. Now you got the membrane. Easiest way to do this membrane here, butter knife. As you saw, the ribs came out wet here. When we get out on the smoker, it's gonna help absorb that smoke a little bit if it's wet. So I like to season right before I put it on the smoker. We'll start on the back here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these two as a layer. All right, so first we're gonna go with the honey hog. Next is gonna be our holy cow here. And we'll do the same on this side. Okay, and just as a little extra, I like to add some of my own coarse black pepper on top here. All right, I'm gonna let this sit for about 15-20 minutes while I go check on the Weber kettle, make sure she's coming up to temp. Okay, our rubs have had time to set in and our smoker's up to temp. Let's get our ribs on. We're gonna start by setting on some hickory chunks, and then we're gonna put our ribs on the indirect side. Now you can just close it up and let it smoke. Anytime I fire the grill up, I like to get some good use out of it. So after we pull these ribs off, we're gonna grill some corn, and we're gonna make this great elote style side. We're gonna start here by shucking the corn down to the stems. We're definitely gonna leave this portion of the stem here, and it's gonna act sort of like a handle when we grill it. Oh baby, those ribs are looking amazing. Let's take them off, and we'll go ahead and leave the lid open here for the Weber to start heating up to grill our corn. And there we go. That's after about 3 hours of smoke on the Weber. Now we're just going to go ahead and bag it up and get it ready for the sous vide. And that's the #1 reason why I give myself some extra room on the food sealer bag. You can see all those juices that were there just ran up towards it. And there you go. There's your smoked ribs, ready for the sous vide. Alright, now that it's heated up, we'll just grill this corn here until it's heated and lightly charred. We'll go ahead and cut the corn off the cob here. Place it in a large bowl. Now to that bowl of corn, we're going to add 2 tablespoons each of sour cream and mayo. 2 teaspoons each of Tajin and some meat church fajita mix. And of course, 2 tablespoons of Cotija cheese. And there's your elote side. That's gonna go perfect with these ribs. This can just go in the fridge and wait till you're ready. All right, y'all, water bath break. Let's have a heart-to-heart on rib time and temps. First off, seeing crazy times for ribs, I just don't think it's necessary. The 48 hours, 36 hours just for ribs, I don't think it's necessary to get yourself a great end product. But what this is gonna require is for you to decide what type of ribs you like. Do you like fall off the bone type? Do you like them to pull off the bone where you take a bite and you can just pull everything with it? That's where I land. I like the pull apart texture of a rib. I like where I can grab it and it just comes off the bone. I got that great piece of pork to eat. So for this, I like the high temp, short time method. For you, if you like fall off the bone, you're gonna probably wanna do about 165 for about 12 hours. If you're just getting into ribs and you really don't know what you like, my recommendation would be to start with the lower temp, do a little bit more time, and then from there, you can make your decision whether or not you wanna back off some time or you wanna add some temperature. Ribs are just so great to experiment with. All right, our ribs are done. Let's get them out, sauced up, and finished. All right, for these ribs, we're just gonna sauce them up with barbecue sauce. You can make your own here. I'm gonna use this Franklin sauce. We're gonna pour it on and we're gonna spread it out. Nice, even, thin coat. We're gonna be putting this in the oven and we're gonna let that sauce set up. Except we have one more little twist. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take some of that rub you still have left and we're gonna give that sauce a good coating. Just kind of like a little intermediary flavor there. Whoa, baby, look at that. right, y'all, let's see how we did. Oh man, I can smell that hickory from here. Let's take a look here. Great color on that outside. A little bit of hint of a smoke ring there. Really looks tender. Really juicy. Let's dive in. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. I really like that texture. Wow, a lot of flavor. You can really get that smoke. I'd say this is a massive success here. Look at that. You just pull it off the bone here. That's the kind of texture I like. Pull off the bone, not really fall off the bone. Well, you gotta try another one, right? Great color on there for being sous vide the last couple hours. Really like that. That's what you like. Man, good. Really excited for doing that second experiment. Who doesn't love ribs? Let's try some of this elote. Oh, that's banging. That's so good. That goes so well with this. You're gonna definitely want to make this. That sweetness, the saltiness, the tahini really comes out. Really contrasts those barbecue style ribs. Love it. Well, there you have it. An amazing rack of ribs and a really great way to start off this series. You're gonna want to stick around for the continuation. If you got something out of this video, give it a like below. Hit that subscribe button to the channel. Go watch some of the other videos we have for you, and I'll catch you on the next one.